Welcome back to Contemporary Black Voices with our guests today, Ada and Dwayne, who are putting on a fantastic film festival here in San Antonio next week. Next week?
October 5th through 8th, yeah.
She had to correct me,
sneaks
didn't
up
she?
on us.
She just couldn't leave it alone.
No, that's
She-
very quick. That's
Yeah,
very quick.
Before you jumped on me for asking about free stuff. Okay, so, man, I'm really interested in how you got 80 submissions.
Yeah,
for
that was pretty
films.
fun because we started with 35 in 2019. And then every year we go up like 5 or 10. So this year my goal was 80. We actually got 81. One filmmaker had to pull out because he got a distribution deal that's on Prime now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And these are the level of
Something Mickey
films that we get.
Hardaway or something like that, the name of the film. But it's on Prime, so he got a distribution deal.
Whoa.
And the same thing, Angie
And only
Stewart.
one of the judges got a chance to see it before they pulled it. I didn't get a chance to see
Oh,
it.
wow.
But I can see it on Prime. I just haven't had time because of the festival. But I heard it got really good reviews. So
What's
Yeah.
the name of it?
Mickey Hardaway or something
Mickey
like
Hardaway.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he pulled out. He probably would have won too. But 80 is a number that we targeted. And because last year we got 75. So we said, oh, we'll target 80. So that was good. So there's an open call process for 6 months from January to
Oh,
July.
wow. Okay.
And we everybody submits their film from all around the world on filmfreeway.com, which is a platform for films to submit.
Filmmakers.
And so we have judges judge on that platform, and they rate 1 to 10, best cinematography, best acting level. I mean, there's different scale rubric for that. And when we pretty much get together and tally up the highest scores and then make decisions on what films will be selected to play in the festival. So we got films from France, from Netherlands,
Really?
from Iran, from Jamaica, from Ghana.
All over the continent.
Yeah, we got a good selection of films.
And those stories, and I was telling you the other day when we spoke, those stories are uniquely told because American movies have certain tropes that they stick to,
Formula.
and formulas. And the African or, the films that come from those areas of the world, they're different. They're not told the same way. So it adds a unique perspective for me as a filmmaker to be able to pull from when I'm telling stories, because this is where, it's growing to. The American tropes have already been played out a lot of times, so they're looking for new.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
I do like the foreign films.
Are there particular genres y'all looking for?
So documentary feature, documentary shorts, narrative feature, narrative shorts, animation. We even do music video. We didn't get that many music videos this year.
Not this time.
Music video and we do student films.
We want all genres of
Yeah.
films, but these are the ones that we get
We
mostly
haven't gotten
of.
much sci-fi. We haven't gotten.
Not this year,
Right.
no. I don't even think we had a horror this year, did
We
we?
didn't have a horror this year. No. We had love stories. We have stories of the documentary selection this year we had like more documentaries this year than before. There's 2 San Antonio folks that got in. The Quilt. You heard about The Quilt?
No.
That's
No.
by Cynthia Gibbs directed that. Not directed. She wrote it and she's starring in it. That's going to be playing at St. Philip's on the 7th. And Noctilicious, I can't think of the name of it. Noctiluca,
Yeah,
which is
Noctiluca.
a film about mental and physical abuse.
Oh, wow.
Child
So that one
abuse.
was heaviest. Yeah, that was
Oh.
really heavy.
We
So
also
those
have
two.
a young actress, Alicia Brown, who is in a film
Peach.
called Agent Peach.
Agent Peach. That's out of
that will
Austin.
be shown here as
Yeah,
well.
so there's a lot of films. I mean, coming of age stories. You got films that deal with homosexuality. You got films that deal with Black mental health, love, hate.
Faith in Blackness,
Faith,
which is a documentary about
spirituality.
religion in the Black community.
Yeah, that's a lot of good stuff coming through.
But you're not just, you're mentioning the different countries once you got films. So it's not all Black.
No, it's
No,
all
they're of
African.
the
African from
diaspora.
diaspora. So it's Black folks from all over the world.
So all the films, like if there's a Black filmmaker in France, you would get their film.
And we got 2 white filmmakers in France that submitted films with Black subject matter. So you can be a white filmmaker, but the film has to be
Black subject.
Black subject
Right.
matter. The character's Black, and somebody in the production has to have a major role that's black.
And for example, we had a film in our first year, I believe it was. It was a documentary where they looked at black funeral homes across America.
Really?
It features
And-
San Antonio.
And at one time, there was something like 10,000 funeral homes across America, to where now there's only like 1,500 or less.
Wow.
And right
Lewis.
there, the Lewis
Lewis
Funeral
Lewis.
Home right there on
Was featured.
W.W. White was featured on it, because they've had their, and it's been family owned for so long,
Right.
and
yeah.
they did a feature on them.
That was a white guy directed it, but it was a black producer in the
Mm-hmm.
film. They featured one of Lewis's funeral home's main corners. Yeah, the Balmers. I'm sorry. They
In
featured
Balmers Road, right,
Balmers,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, how long are these films?
They vary.
Yeah.
So they can be as low as 3 minutes, and
Okay.
they can be as high as 2.5
2 hours,
hours.
yeah.
2 hours, yeah.
Really?
Try not to go over 2 hours. 2 hours is long.
And the blocks will designate that too. They'll let you know that there's shorts and the ones that are feature films.
Do
we
you?
put everything
Go
in
ahead.
blocks.
Okay.
So one block could be 6 shorts
Uh-huh.
that total an hour and a half,
Okay.
or it could be one full-length documentary that totals an hour and a half.
And so our blocks are about an hour and a half to
Yeah.
2 hours at the very longest, I think was.
So you do show all 40 of the
Yes.
film,
Yes.
and that is going to be on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
or
we had to break it up.
break it up.
We
Okay.
had to break it up because I would have loved to have had more films. It was really hard to get down from 80 to 39.
Right.
Why is
39,
Why
yeah.
an odd number?
It was really hard because that's all the time we had for the venues.
The amount of
So
time
if you're
that we have to fit it
programming-
within.
We need if we have 6 feature-length film, that's 6 hours. So we have 8 hours worth at the Carver, and then we have 8 hours worth at St. Philip's. So we only had 2 venues.
Okay.
So when we grow, we want more venues. We want our own art house theater on the east side. Those
Oh,
are things that are in the
okay.
vision.
And that's what we're pushing towards. We want to be busting at the seams, which we are at this point. We're busting at the seams to where we have so many films that we want to show
Yeah.
that it, like she said, it's a hard to choose
It is.
between all these great films that we're getting.
Right.
And
yeah.
we also, we wanted to do a local
Couldn't
block.
put that in.
And we couldn't fit that in because we have a lot of local filmmakers here that are not just because they're local, but they're making noise on a major scale.
Oh, really?
They're
Here in
they're
San
getting,
Antonio?
Yes, they're getting
Oh,
recognition
okay.
in other film festivals.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And things
yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So
there's a guy named Dwayne that's doing all that.
yes. So is this free? There I go again.
There's a
So-
lot of it that is free.
So the blocks are costs because we don't want to get into the mentality that you can't pay for quality stuff. And our films are quality, and film festivals charge for films. So the blocks are $10 to see a block. And then if you want a day pass, you can pay for the whole day and
Okay.
see any film you want all day. You'll get a pass to go. And I don't have that in front of me. I think it's $40 or $60. I don't remember. You have to go to the website.
Okay.
And then you have an all access pass that you can pay for the entire 4 days and video on demand. So you want to watch it virtually. If you want to come, you have access to everything for all access pass. So there's different things that you can do. You can choose, go on the website. You can view the trailers. You can see what films you want to see. Mark out
Oh,
movie days.
posters,
and
all-
go.
everything.
Yeah, movie posters, trailers, bios on the filmmakers from around the country, world.
Oh, we did it big.
You sure did.
It's a lot. I think that Black folks, because we're really trying to target Black folks in the community to really come out and support because this festival is for them, it's for us, but it's also for everybody to see, to come
Right.
and see because they get a better understanding of different cultures and history once they come and take part and not
Conversation.
separate themselves from it because it's Black. So
Okay.
we really want that to be something that goes out there. Come, everybody come. We're not excluding anybody to see
No.
these great works. But one of the things, I don't think that Black folks are typically aware of film festivals. I think that's a new
Yeah,
thing
I
in
think
our
so.
community.
Absolutely.
Because usually at film festivals, it's very exclusive. I mean, usually filmmakers go to film festivals or
different group of people.
educators or
Right.
So we're trying to hey, this is for you. These films are for you.
And it's a
Come see
gathering
me.
of creatives.
Yeah.
Of all walks of life to come together. And like you said earlier, the conversations that the films kick off You know, you walk around the place and you get to hear a lot of very interesting conversations.
Stories.
You know, you talked about Netflix earlier, or Prime. Well, between the two, but probably Netflix in particular, they have a lot of the African movies. And yes, they tell their stories a whole lot different than African American, Black Americans tell the story. And it's a whole unique perspective. It's probably you see more spirituality in those videos, more attuned to the environment. And then you have the Black movies that have, again, they may talk about Martin Luther King, you know, do a documentary on Martin Luther King. So this is an interesting set of dynamics there.
To
And
your
also,
point-
I was gonna say also just, I mean, Martin Luther King, but like there's a film in the festival on someone we never even heard of that fought the fight, Taste of Freedom, George somebody, I can't think of the name of the film. But you also learn about new people in history that are that worked with Martin, that were around Martin, but we don't know their names.
Right.
So there's a film
And their
festival that speaks to one of these brothers. A documentary is an excellent documentary that speaks that, you know, that the NAACP and all of them need to come. But also, it's so important because, you know, with the KKK politics here, taking away our history books, taking
Yeah.
away DEI,
Story.
taking away, I mean,
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
was-
Which
film
is-
is a documented, I mean, that's documented.
yeah.
So you can't really mess with something that's I mean, books are documented as well, but you read them. But films, you have the audio, you have the music, you have everything that emotionally connects you with
Okay.
what's being presented to you. So I think it's a more powerful medium for students to come and take part in and really learn something.
And just like, you know, music and hip hop, you know, it's been said that it's the voice of the streets. You know, so same thing with film. You know, if Boys in the Hood wasn't told, you know, if that story wasn't put out there, you know, like they said at the end, they don't know, they don't show, and they don't care about the Boys in the Hood. We have to tell those stories.
Right,
Because
yeah.
if we allow somebody else to tell the story, they're going to tell it from their point of view.
Telling
It's
our
not
story our
point of
way.
view.
Yeah.
And so we have to tell our stories our way.
Yeah. So we got a couple minutes left. So, Dwayne, why don't what's the most important information you want to give to our viewers? You take a minute and just tell them.
Sure. I would love the viewers to come out to opening night at the Carver Center. The Carver Center is one of our historically, you know, Black, you know, headquarters, hubs here in San Antonio, and I think we need to be celebrating that more. But, you know, celebrating Black art, celebrating Black creatives, celebrating us here in San Antonio. I mean, there's only 7% of us.
Yeah.
And we have to make that 7% seem like a lot. You know, when I tell people that 7% and they look at it like, 7%? I thought it would be more. No. No, but we make noise like we are more. And we have to continue doing that because if we don't, then our voice can easily get ignored.
Okay. Ada, wrap it up for
Okay,
us.
I would say definitely come out to explore the different parts of the festival. 4 days, there's a lot going on. We have a lot of different elements going on. One of the things that I wanted people to really come out into is the HBCU forum and film. We have a film called Tell Them We Are Rising, which is an award-winning documentary on the story of historically Black colleges and universities. And then after that is a forum filled with local people who went to HBCUs, who are passionate about HBCUs, who tell their story. But we want to recruit young people, parents to bring young people out, young people to come out to see and know what's out there on the educational front, as well as what's out there on the Black independent film front. It's a rarity to get a chance, opportunity to see the films that we have, because you don't see them unless you're at a film festival.
Right.
So
yeah.
because we are bringing this to the community, I really encourage and invite the community to get involved on a level that supports not only what we do, but advances them in their knowledge and thirst for their images, their stories, their perspectives.
Okay, give the website how they can go to it.
www.SAIBFF.tv, SAIBIFF.tv.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us here at Contemporary Black Voices, and we will be at some of these events for sure. Yeah. So this is Contemporary Black Voices, and next will be our Hot Topics.